Here we are going to discuss about the predicate functional interface and the methods which are available inside that. So predicate is also an inbuilt functional interface which is available in the function package. So as you might already know, for a predicate functional interface, since it is a functional interface, there will be one abstract method. So that abstract method inside the predicate is test method. So it takes any type of argument as input. So like it can be string, integer, any type can be taken as input argument. It will perform some operation and it will return a boolean value. So it always return a boolean value and the name of the method is test. So it also has predicate has some other methods known as default and static methods. So it can have multiple default and static methods. So default is method is and. So and takes input as predicate and returns a predicate. So and can be combined with predicate. Suppose if you have one predicate which is defined already, that predicate can be sent as an argument to this and method. So similarly for or is also same. And the negate what it does is it doesn't take any input type argument, like no input in the argument, but when we invoke this negate method, it just do a not operation on the already performed predicate. Suppose if the predicate of first operation returns true, then if we calling negate on that particular predicate, it will return a false. So that is the usage of negate. And then coming to is equal. So is equal is a static method. So is equal and not is a static method. So is equal takes a object as input and it will just check whether that given object is equal to the target reference. We will be sending a target reference object and we will be checking whether that is equal to the object or not, and we will return a predicate. Predicate of t is returned here. We will be seeing an example with this so that for better understanding. So coming to the not operator, so not, it takes a predicate as target and after that it will just negate that. So negate will just do this thing, right? So it will call this. Okay, these are the methods available inside the predicate class. Sorry, predicate interface. So here if we see, we are defining is even predicate. So it will take type of argument as n and it is returning n modulo 2 equal to 0, which is a condition, and it will return a boolean value whether it is true or false. So for each type of integer, here the predicate is defined with integer. So n is an integer which is sent from the test method. So if we see here, another predicate is defined which is greater than 10. So for this one, n greater than 10 is the condition. So if we see again here, we are using the and method. So and method, as I already told, it is a default method inside the predicate interface. So we are just calling is even dot and of, and what we are doing, we are sending another predicate. If you see here, it is and is taking predicate as argument. So is even, this even and greater will predicate will check whether it is even and also it is greater than 10. So to test this even and greater, what we will do, even and greater dot test of 12. So what will happen for this 12? The 12 will be sent for both the predicates is even and greater than 10. If both are true, then only it will return true. Is odd is just the negate of is even predicate. So for this is even predicate is this one. So we are just making negate of it. So that is odd. So everywhere when defining the predicate, we need to give the argument type. Like what is the type? Because in general the predicate accepts any type of argument. So we need to give that integer. If we are defining it as integer, then the argument also should be passed in the integer type only. So these are the two things which we are sent for AND operation, and for OR operation we are just checking even or greater. So even or greater, it will just check whether it is even or greater. Either one of the condition is true means it will return true. Same way. So here 9 is even or greater than 10. So in both conditions will be false. So here it returns false. But here even or greater, it is even, right? So it is true. So here it will be even and greater. So even, it is even but it is not greater than 10. So it will be false. So it is true. So like that it will be displaying. So here his odd of test of 5. So is odd, what it does? Is odd is just the negate of even. So is even, what it does? N modulo 2 equal to 0. 5 modulo 2 equal to 0? No, false. So it is negate means is odd is true. So it will be true. This one is false. Okay. So later we are just using Arrays.asList to create a list of string for languages, and here we will be checking with is equal. So here is equal is a static method. So for static method we can use the interface name to invoke the static method. So is equal is invoked with Java. So what it will check for this, we are just defining a predicate with is equal for Java. It is a predicate of string. So string type is given. So in the languages dot stream it will become a stream of string languages, and we are just filtering dot filter is Java. So what it does, here we are just checking if the list is having filter, what it does, it will take a list of values in the stream and it will filter whichever condition is matching this. So in is Java it is just a predicate dot is equal Java. So if it is equal to Java, then only it will print. So what it gets printed here is Java. So for this is equal can be used, and anyMatch and allMatch or different type of method. So in any, both are used in stream methods only. So if you see here, anyMatch means if in the list of streams, if any of the thing is matching with the defined predicate, then it will be true. If we are giving like anyMatch of is Java, in the list of string, any string is matching with this is Java. This Java is defined with Java, which is in the is equal method. So here it will be anyMatch will be true. But allMatch is only if all the elements match. So here if we see all the elements does not match, only one Java is there, remaining are different strings. So that will be false. allMatch will be false. Okay. And one more method is removeIf. So removeIf is in the collections only, not in the predicate. So in the collections we are using languages. So languages dot removeIf is Java. So what it does is Java is nothing but a predicate, right? So it will, because removeIf takes input as predicate. So only if you see here in removeIf, the predicate is taken as input. So we will predict what is the output for this. So first, before predicting, here if you see in the languages.string filter, there are like 3 Java. So for each condition is Java, predicate is Java, it will get filtered and it will print. So there will be 3 times Java will be printed. Okay. But what will be the output for this one? Like languages.removeIf is Java. Okay. You will be thinking like in the languages there are 5 entries, and whichever is Java that will be removed, and remaining Python, C++ will be printed, right? But actually what is printing we will see. If we see here, it got with unsupported operation exception. Why? Because even though it is a collection and we are performing a removeIf, like how the languages are defined, it is like Arrays.asList. So in Arrays.asList, if it is like a fixed array where we can only perform the get and set operations. So add and remove are not allowed in this list. Like since we have defined the list of string like this, if suppose we are doing like this, okay. So the implementation of Arrays.asList is with the array of fixed size. So only we are getting the exception saying that it cannot remove or add. So it is not supported operation. So if we do this, okay, I'm just defining a new array list. Array list of string. Okay, and then what I'm doing is I'm just adding it to the array. Languages dot add Java so then it is Python Java C++, right? Now if I'm using it, the remove if on this languages, okay, so now it will print the output. Okay, Python C++. Since Java got removed, remove if we are using and we are removing that based on the predicate, and then it is printing. So Python C++, sorry. So here we can check for the output whatever we predicted and the output shown is correct or not. So in the AND operation it is true, false, okay, or is false, true. Negate operation is true, false. Then Java will be printing thrice since there are 3 entries for Java. And then it is again anyMatch is true, allMatch is false since all of the entries are not matching with Java. And last, the languages got printed with Python C++ after removing the predicate, like predicate which matched with the equal Java. So this is a minor difference between Arrays.asList and ArrayList. So in case of any predict the output in interviews, they might ask Arrays.asList and give option as unsupported, and also they will give a correct output like Python C++. So there just we need to check like whether that list is an Arrays.asList created using Arrays.asList or new array list. So that makes the difference. Okay. So that's all for the day. So if you like the video, please share, subscribe, and support our channel. Thank you.